My name is Dale Murray. I'm the managing member of CM Land and Coal LLC. We are a large land real estate development company with property in Virginia, Kentucky, and West Virginia. We focus mainly on coal, lumber, solar, and conservancy aspects of the land. Coal is found all over the world. You have several different types of coal, ranging anywhere from a low-end lignite that you'll find in China and Texas, all the way up to the high-end metallurgical coals that you find in Russia, Australia, and the eastern part of the United States. The U.S. primarily has 4 markets of coal. You have the Powder River Basin coal, which is out west. It is a high volume, low BTU coal, usually averaging around 8,000 BTU. As you move east, you'll have the Illinois Basin coal. It usually averages about 11.5 on the BTU, still higher volume, but the sulfur is a little bit higher than that. You get into the Appalachian coal, which has several subsections, but it's usually called subbituminous or bituminous coal. And then you have the anthracite coals of Pennsylvania. What we mainly have on our property is bituminous metallurgical coal. These metallurgical coals go to make steel. There's only several places in the world where these high-vol metallurgical coals are found. They are in Appalachia, they are some in Europe, but the cost in Europe is so high that it really cannot be mined. You have Russia, Australia, and some in South America around Colombia. 100% of our production currently is all metallurgical coal. All that coal is either domestically consumed or shipped to Europe mainly to be used in the steel factories to create the steel that goes into the buildings. The mining methodologies which we currently use on the property are a combination of mountaintop removal, contour cut, and high wall miner applications. To go from the beginning to the end, the mountaintop removal operation is where you take down the layers of coal with the mountain and you splay it open and you create hollow fills to create additional flat acreage. A contour cut is where you take a box cut out of the mountain and then you remove that coal out of the box cut. Also, we're employing a deep mine here in the next 6 months, which will be a drift mine, which means you drift in horizontally into the coal seam and extract it from underground using grid systems. The history of our Virginia property is actually quite interesting. It dates back to the 1700s when it was initially a land grant that was actually part of West Virginia. That land grant stayed intact until the late 1800s when a gentleman purchased it through Shawmut Bank. Shawmut Bank retained ownership all the way to the early 1970s where a man named Don Nicewander purchased it. Don Nicewander mined the property through a mountaintop mining removal property and contour cut mining all the way through 2006 when he sold it to Alpha Natural Resources. Alpha Natural Resources strip mined and mountaintop removed the property all the way to 2016, in which time Robert Crowder and I bought it as CN Land and Coal LLC. The significance of having only 5 owners since the inception of the property is it makes title work and deed work extremely easy. So right now you've got only a handful of people who can produce the high vol and mid vol coals that we do have in our region of Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Because of the limited amount of producers, the forecast for metallurgical coal in the future seems to be pretty strong because the demand is still high, but the suppliers cannot overload the market.